contentment and joy.
More casual sex.
Yeah. A nice car. Well,
Got a nice car.
You've got a nice car.
Got a nice car.
An elephant.
I'd love an elephant.
Yeah.
Or a bear.
Yeah, bear. Would you have a one of the big brown ones? Yeah. Not a polar.
I'd love to be rung up by people who are important and asked what I think. I'd love George Bush to ring me up and say,
yes, I'd like.
What do you think?
I'd like to be in the operations room at the Pentagon with all the screens shouting on the speakerphones.
You'd like to have the option to be able to say, no, don't do that, do this.
Yeah.
Yes. You'd like more influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'd just like to have a go, at the, various implements in the Pentagon operating warfare.
I'd like to be able to eat permanently and never get full up or fat. Because eating's great. Nice big plate of food in front of you. I'd like to be able to
be hungry all the time.
Eat and eat and eat and
but
never get
be
fat
able to do anything
or
else.
Full. But if you didn't actually sort of pile on the calories or...
Well, you just want to eat.
Yeah, I like eating.
Or when would you have your casual sex? While you're eating? I suppose you could.
Obviously, I would belay things for casual sex.
Yeah.
You'd
be hungry throughout.
On the ladder of things, casual sex is up there with a meeting with Jesus.
Yeah.
And affirmation that there is afterlife.
Yeah.
Casual sex is just up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
With affirmation of an afterlife.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So eating comes about 3 or 4 rungs down on that.
Yeah.
And loads of things, like back in a winter at Cheltenham.
Have you been sailing?
I hated it.
I've never been sailing.
It's awful.
Never been skiing either.
Tacking into the wind. Why?
Get a motorboat.
Exactly, get an outboard, pull into the
I'd love one of those. Do you remember in Miami Vice, the big motorboat?
Oh, fantastic.
One of those, and then have a Corvette and everything. Nice life.
But yeah, it's a good question the man asked. I don't think he realised it, but it's a good question. What do you want? What do you want?
What do you want?
We're stuck here on planet Earth, aren't we?
Yeah, we think we are.
Yeah, well, there's that. But what do we want? Nice family and blah-de-blah.
Widescreen television with this plasma screen.
As you say, some material things, yes. Nothing wrong with that. Don't care what, Al-Qaeda says. Some material things, yes. Love and contentment. And casual sex. 08704 20 20 20.
It's about it, isn't it, really?
What?
What you just said.
Widescreen telly.
All those things is about
casual sex.
You'd be happy in life.
Oh.
You could live your whole life with that.
Yeah, I think you could, actually. I really do think you could. And we all know that, but we all pretend that such things are trivial and shallow,
else.
and that therefore what we need to do is build a career and get some qualifications.
And we all want to change the world. Yeah.
We don't.
Like you're going to be able to.
We want casual sex with a woman wrestler.
Yeah.
Line 1, you're on the Human Zoo.
Never ever taken any drugs, and you can test me this. But I've got a mate called Dangerous Dave, and I ain't gonna say his family name obviously, but he said that he has taken 22 E's in one night.
Did he have a headache? Did he feel...
Well, he said he was like, he found it difficult to get to sleep, but the next day he was really buzzing, and actually the people on the Egham to Ruislip bus said that he drove it better than he ever done it. So do you think it can actually help?
It wouldn't help you to drive a bus.
Do you think it's ever right to give animals an E?
Well, if you want to know more about a substance, I'd rather you gave it to a rabbit or a rat rather than taking it yourself and testing it on yourself.
For real, what if they look sad? Do you think it's right to give your animal an E then?
I don't think it would help.
Because my mate Jezzy F once fed one to his dog and it went mental and started barking and then tried to bone the cat. Is that kind of thing possible?
It's quite possible, yeah. Don't forget, one tablet is a lot for a dog.
For real. Which is the type of acid that actually make you fly?
No acid makes you fly.
But
acid can make you think you fly.
But ain't there one, because my mate Dave said he took this type and he flew all around the room, and then his mum told him to get some ciggies from the shop, and he actually flew there down at the bus, and flew back, and was back in like 5 seconds or whatever. He used to go on to buy ciggies.
That's the answer, isn't it? You think things are happening to you. You may think you can fly, but your feet are still on the ground. They never leave the ground. And if you're not careful, you might trip up and hurt yourself.
So, with the whole thing here, what is the lesson, the real lesson that people out there need to know?
Substances, chemicals, drugs, affect the way your body works.
For real.
Your body is beautifully constructed.
Thank you.
It works very, very well. If you take any of these things, you run a big risk of making it work not so well.
Very good. Ali G, obviously, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. 08704 20 20 20. It's the Human Zoo on TalkSport, taking calls unscreened. You can email talksport.net. Message if you're with Vodafone 81089. I'm Tommy Boyd. Ash is here.
Had an accident in the last 3 years, it wasn't your fault. You may be entitled to compensation. Tommy Boyd.
This is your assignment.
The hatred of a nation against an impish has-been.
Tommy Boyd, throwing a bone to the yapping dogs
On TalkSport.
Let's go to line 4. Good evening, line 4. You're on the Human Zoo.
Oh, here, come back in 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes and come back to me.
No.
Please, I'm not ready.
What's happened?
What's wrong?
We can wait.
Yeah, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, please. 2 minutes.
What, 120 seconds?
Mm-hmm. Count them now. 1.
For what? What do you need the time for?
3, 4.
All right, we'll do it. No, we'll do what he says.
Stick you on hold.
Line 4. Remind me line 4, Ash, in 2 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Line 5. Good evening.
Who are you? What do you hate you?
Who are you? That's another very
It's another
poignant
very
question.
good question. Who
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah.
'Cause
Who
people-
are you, Tommy?
Well, people come up to me in the street sometimes and they go, hey, yes, you. Who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah.
And they really point into your soul.
And they're saying to me, who are you? And I say to them, that's a difficult question. Who are you? And they go, no, come on.
Oh, because they know who you
Don't
are.
muck about. Who are you? I know you. Who are you?
Yeah.
And it's tricky.
Who are you?
Because who are you, Ash?
Who am I? Well,
Yes.
it's a question
Yeah.
that we all want the answer to. It's another... It's like the first question was, what do we want? Well, we want the answer to who we are.
And casual sex.
Well, that's one bit of what we want, but
Yes.
another bit is, who are we?
Who are we?
Yeah. I mean, you could be me and I could be you. And we wouldn't know.
Ooh. Is 2 minutes up?
No, we've got another about 35 seconds.
Okay, line 6. Good evening, line 6. You're on the Human Zoo.
To me, man, it feels like sticking.
Let's go back to line 4. Good evening, line 4. You wanted 2 minutes.
Yeah, thanks, Tommy, but I really appreciate it, but I forgot what I was going to do. But thank you. Good night.
Not at all. That's my kind of call. Line 1, good evening. You're on the Human Zoo.
Right, here we go. There is a man called Mike Dickens, whose health is not in question. And when he's on the radio, he always has chronic indigestion. Oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I always wanted to be a lumberjack. Yes, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. Sexy Kaufman, sexy Kaufman.
Thank you for that. And to line 2. Good evening, line 2. It's your turn.
A gin and orange, a lemon squash, and a scotch and water, please.
Bits from Faulty Towers. Fantastic. Good evening, line 3. Welcome to TalkSport's Human Zoo. Who's
Some
this?
people say that
Jimmy Hill has the biggest chin in football. Well, I say it's really Aston Villa's Mustafa Hadji.
Okay, worth looking out for. To line 5. Good evening, line 5. Welcome.
Johnny Alpha is a wanker. Is a wanker.
Possibly. Who doesn't? And to line 2. Hello, line 2. Who's this?
Yes, is good. Yes, is good. Yes, is good.
And line 3. Good evening, line 3.
Andy Todd is the best right hook in the Premiership.
Line 4. Welcome to the Human Zoo.
No, it's bad. No, it's bad. No, it's bad.
Fantastic, isn't it? 704 20 20 20. This is the Human Zoo on TalkSport. What happened was this. It was a Sunday evening, and we thought to ourselves, well, look, instead of having a phone operator on the show, why don't we just open up the switchboard and say, look, if you want to come through and make points that have been missed in the debate so far, or discuss and open up various issues, international affairs, domestic politics, local issues, matters that are close to your heart, without having to talk to a phone operator first, and explain what it is you want to say and who you are and where you're calling from, why don't we just say, come through, come to air and make your point, okay? Much as you would do in a conversation. Fantastic. And for the first couple of weeks, that's how it flourished, with people making points about. We had Northern Ireland, we had the educational system, we had, all the usual issues. Yes, fine. And a lot of people felt empowered by the opportunity just to hit the radio and be on air without any kind of pre-preparation. Then one or two little glowworms got into the system because it was a Sunday night. It is a Sunday night. It's a Sunday night now, and Sunday nights are a little bit different. I'm sorry, but they are. Right across planet Earth, right now, you, listening to this, are not the only person who feels a bit Sunday nightish. Now, what is Sunday nightish? Going back to when you were small, it was songs of praise and having to do your homework and feeling thoroughly hacked off because most Sunday nights out of the year, you've got school in the morning. And then you grow up and you think, well, the Sunday night feeling will leave me now because I'll be working and I'll be looking forward to work because it means money. But you don't look forward to work on a Monday morning. Quite the opposite. You sit around putting off going to bed for as long as you can, but there's nothing on the telly. And when you do eventually get to bed, you're thinking to yourself, my life doesn't belong to me anymore. My life belongs to the people or the bloke who pays me to do that thing that I don't really want to do of a Monday morning. So on a Sunday night, people are feeling particularly anarchic, particularly angsty.
No.
And don't we get it on the Human Zoo? Fantastic.
You do that, don't you?
Well, that's the deal, and we've struck the deal, and we'll stick with it, yes? We'll stick with it.
That's the deal, man.
We've struck the deal, and we'll stick with it.
It's the deal, man.
08704 20 20 20. Emails and messages coming in. Let's go to line 1. Good evening, line 1. And straight to line 2. Hi, line 2, you're on the Human Zoo.
I can't believe the news today. They told everyone in the chat room to go away. Rah.
And line 3. Hi, line 3, you're on the Human Zoo.
Crazy. So, what's your name? Oh. Great. And you're sitting outside Evil's bed? Yeah. Are you evil? Yeah, I thought I'm, yeah. What's the most evil thing you've done? Walk off the bed to the marriage. You walked in a tent of the bear? Yeah. Full of bears? More or less, yeah. And what did you do to the bears? What do you mean what do to the bears? What do you mean you were in a bear tent? No, I walked across a bear tent. Walked. Do you do the dancing where everyone else has got their t-shirt off and yours? Oh, yeah, I do. And does it excite you? Yeah. Does it make you hard? Have you ever spunked from it? Have you ever spunked from it?
What's this?
I think this is another...
Skinheads that aren't gay.
Another character from the same Sasha who does Ali G.
Okay, anyway. Great. Well, where do you live? Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire. Do you have a message for Austria's gay community? Fucking what? Austria's gay community.
08704 20 20 20 is the number. You're tuned to the Human Zoo on TalkSport, taking calls live, unscreened and entirely at random. You can email us, talksport.net. Click the button that says email the show. If you're with Vodafone, 81089 is the number. It's the Human Zoo on TalkSport. I am Tommy Boyd, and Ash, praise be, the boy is here.
Call the TalkSport Singles Connection now.
That's the latest from the Sky News Centre. I'm Russell Barter.
On 1089 and 1053 AM. Tommy Boyd on TalkSport. And Ash is here.
Evening and welcome to the Human Zoo on TalkSport. 08704 20 20 20, taking calls without screening them. Got some emails too, interesting ones about the UFO thing that somebody mentioned about half an hour ago, which we'll get to in a second. Let's go to line 5. Good evening, line 5, you're on the Human Zoo.
My name is Michael. I'm feeling unwell, so I give my doctor a call. He asked me how I am feeling. My fist starts to shake. This was all I could take. My health was not in question at all. My health, it was not in question at all. 'Cause I'm just a teenage thinking baby. Don't come to me and say basically, 'cause I'm just a teenage thinking baby like you.
Beautiful voice.
That was beautiful.
It was really
very good. Well done, fella. Thank you for that. Line 1, you're on the Human Zoo.
Hi, Tommy. I've got a bit of a bone to pick with you.
Super.
Yeah. You won't let me into your chat room.
No, it's not my chat room.
You run the Tommy Boyd chat room. I can't get in there.
Nothing to do with me.
But no, but I can't get in there. Why won't you let me in?
Nothing to do with me.
You don't run it.
There's nothing to do with me.
I've been listening to this show and it gets a lot of press.
It's nothing to do with me.
I can't get in.
It's nothing to do with me.
Are you sure?
It's some guy, they got my name and they set up a chat room and it's nothing to do with me.
Are you sure about this?
Well, obviously. I would know that, wouldn't I? I've got some kind of a memory, haven't I? It's nothing to do with me.
I apologise. I thought it was all your fault, Tommy.
Dear God. No, nothing could be further from the truth.
I'm alright, get out of there.
That's the worst thing about the internet, you know? People can just nick you. Which is like what happened there.
The best thing about the internet, Tommy.
And usurp you.
Yeah.
You like that?
Well...
As long as it's going somewhere, I don't mind, but it to the best of my knowledge, it was going nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I just thought it was...
Up his own bottom. It's very annoying, that.
You sure you're not involved?
You should try being famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
I don't think you have. I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened to Dickie Davis.
Yeah.
What?
Well, with his website.
What was that?
That his domain name nicked. And
that's what happened to me. Loads of times.
Developed that grey streak.
If you go on the internet and type in Tommy Boyd, you suddenly discover loads of websites that are set up about yourself. And they're called things like tribute sites. You know.
There's these real dodgy pictures of Ash. Someone's kind of played around with some kind of program. He's got this horrific beard and stuff.
I mean, even I have had that done, you know.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Has that put you right?
Yeah, I'm just a bit confused. I thought you would have blamed...
It's easy to be confused.
I thought you would have blamed the Tommy Boyd chat room.
You thought I would have?
I thought you were to blame
Yeah, no.
They're not letting people in.
There's nothing you can do.
Shocking.
No, well, there's nothing you can do, mate. What's your name?
That's personal information. I do not disclose that.
Exactly. That's very shrewd. So you're not famous.
Well, I might be.
Well, you're not, are you?
And if I was, I wouldn't. But you don't know that.
Well, I do.
No, you don't.
No, I do. I can get the feeling.
Well, that means I'm very good at deceiving you.
I don't think so.
Oh, dear.
No, I mean, I'm quite good at this sort of thing.
Yeah, you reckon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have been conning people for 20 years, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Longer?
Yeah, that's why I'm good at it.
You're good at conning people, that's all.
Yeah.
Not much else.
What else do you need?
Well, fair point. Give it fair point.
Fair point, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I'm going to go.
So what's that, about 3-0 to me?
Don't think so.
What would you say then? Let's go to line 3. Good evening, line 3, you're on. Okay.
It's nice, and these are the badges that are given out by the various. That's Leander Club. And there is a pig. Yeah. Pig on this. It's a hippopotamus. What is hippopotamus? It's an animal in Africa that swims in the water. A fish? No. Pig in the water. This is English humor. This is not English. Pig in the water. Yes, a pig will drink water. Sure, yes. It swims in the water. Will we not in the water? It's pig-sized. Bigger. And will we see this pig in the water? No, you won't. You'll see the boats belonging to the club that has pigs. Yes. Badge. Yes. They have a pig in the boat.
With regards to the caller who mentioned seeing the sky lit up by a green light illuminating the sky for a few seconds in Braintree, this is Peter Rogers in Leighton Buzzard. I was travelling home last night from visiting my sister's new house with my family in Milton Keynes. We were travelling back to Leighton Buzzard when the whole sky was lit up by a green flash for a couple of seconds. We couldn't figure out what it was at first, but assumed maybe it was somebody letting off a firework. My brother was actually looking out of the window when it happened, and he said that he saw a glowing ball of orange travelling at a very high speed directly towards the ground just before the flash occurred. The glowing ball actually changed direction as it flowed in a downwards motion, and the sky was lit up directly after it disappeared into thin air. The strange thing was, I finished work at 7:15, was picked up, went to my sister's house for an hour or so, then we all left for home. The chances are that it would have been around 8:30 at the time when the other caller reported the sighting. The sighting was about 1 kilometre out of Leighton Buzzard, and we were heading due south. It was very close to the railway line. Thought I'd let you know. Interesting to know if anyone else noticed it. Now, as I said before, Ash, working with James Whale through his current portfolio of issues...
I mean, another suggestion, what it could be is geese. Now, if a goose has been in some water with illuminescent plankton...
This goes back to your thing about seeing geese when you're lying on your back in a park.
Yeah, but, this can happen. The illuminescent black plankton ends up in the gut, and then when
You thought it was a formation of UFOs and it was geese.
Yeah, well, that was my experience, but this could be... goose defecation, and it could be the illuminescent plankton out manifestation of it.
Daniel Underwood emails from Wickford. He said, just wanted to ask you guys what your views or opinions are on the famous puppet shows from the 60s made by Jerry and Sylvia Anderson, such as Fireball, XL5, Stingray, Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet and Joan 90 to name most of them. I personally love them and I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I was when I was young. I liked Joe Knight in Thunderbirds.
Well, they were the most interesting thing that was on, but that was more a comment on the state of TV then than the state of those programmes.
Yeah, but I mean, I think as a kid, you like all that because all the gadgetry in it.
Rubbish, wasn't it, though, really?
I mean, it was a bit. But
Captain Scarlet was awful. Joe 90.
I never liked Captain. I've never been into it. Joe 90 was quite good.
The best ones were the, really sort of awful early ones, like Supercar.
I don't know that one.
Four Feather Falls was his first. And Torchy, the battery boy, that was Jerry Anderson's first.
Supercar. Was that a white car?
Supercar.
Was it white? With the wings that flapped out?
It travels on land or under the sea.
Yeah.
It can journey anywhere. Supercar.
I don't remember the series, but I had a dinky toy supercar.
The guy had a monkey, Mitch the monkey. And it was awful. And therefore quite watchable.
Do you remember BJ and the Bear?
Vaguely.
It was the trucker with a monkey in his car.
I never got into the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, I did. I like that.
Was that all right?
Yeah, it was quite good, especially Daisy.
There were good-looking women in it. Yes, Daisy.
Oh, Daisy.
If you're going to do a TV series, there's got to be a good-looking woman in it. And that's very old-fashioned and sexist and everything, but...
It's part and parcel of life, isn't it?
It holds your eye through a boring bit.
Even women, I mean, I actually saw, it was on the telly the other day, and I was with a woman, and she
What was that?
enjoyed looking at Daisy.
In Dukes of Hazzard?
Yeah. Women enjoy looking at other women like that.
I mentioned this earlier, but Cannonball Run, this weekend, but Cannonball Run was on TV about 3 or 4 days ago, and I watched it, and I found myself watching it not so much for the comedy, which was great, because it's a good movie, but for those girls in the Ferrari, and you're just hoping that they're going to pop up every 5 or 6 minutes, and they do, and they get out and they bend over the bonnet, and then aren't we basic?
Yeah.
Does that bother you? Would you like to be a higher being, like Gandhi, concerned with spiritual development?
Well, I am a bit like Gandhi.
Go on.
My demeanour. Very much like Gandhi.
More than most people I could name, but not a lot like Gandhi, but more than most people I could name.
Well, exactly.
Line 1, good evening, you're on the Human Zoo.
You can stick Johnny Alpha, stick Johnny Alpha, stick Johnny Alpha up your rock.
Steady, and line 2, good evening, and you're on the Human Zoo.
Intriguing.
That's the second time now I've intrigued you.
Yeah, good man. Let's go to line 3. Good evening, line 3.
Hello, Ash.
Hello?
Could you say not here as far as I'm concerned, says I?
Not here as far as I'm concerned, says I.
Says I.
Says I.
Says I.
Says I.
Like a pirate, says I.
Says I.
Says I.
Says I.
Says I. Nice one, Ash. Well played, fella.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And this is
line 4.
Yeah, it's always line 4, isn't it? Line 5, good evening, you're on the Human Zoo. Somebody's checking. And line 6, good evening, line 6.
Hello, Tommy.
Hello there.
You love Timmy Mally.
Oh, lost the end of it.
And line 1, good evening, line 1.
I went to an Afghani cave because I got high. Oh, well, the women in there were slaves, but I was high. La, 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 now I'm killing Afghanis, and I know why. Oh, because I got high, because I got high, because I got high. La, da, 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 da.
Is this a new song out or something? It's number 1, is it? This song?
I don't know.
Because Frank Skinner sang that
I'm
song
not convinced.
at the end of Frank Skinner.
I mean, I don't think we're there yet, really, with wanting to do jokes about the war in Afghanistan.
No.
Although, of course, people do in the pub.
Well, and also in the States, that's what they're like there.
Really? No.
Well, not like... that's what they're like. They're like that in
But not in broadcast institutions. I mean, in the pub we joke about things that we wouldn't actually say on the air. To kind of relieve the tension, and also because, well, we like to make out we're tough and we can make jokes about things like this. So what's acceptable in the pub is one thing.
Yeah, but I remember they used to have the Iraq thing in the Iraq war, then they had...
But not on the air.
Well, in America...
Are you saying on the air?
Yeah, I mean, in America they're quite, not so regulated.
I'm uncomfy about that. You see,
it's very jingoistic, and the police have, target ranges with
The further away geographically something terrible is that happens, the easier it is to kind of be light about it and frivolous.
Yeah.
And that's the thing still about America. It's such a long way away from what's going on in Afghanistan. I wouldn't be at all surprised if they're starting to, not make jokes or songs or anything, but treat it as blokes do when they get together, with a kind of levity. 08704 2020.
I think that will happen more as it develops, though. I mean, if anyone,
Well, the idea is it's going to be around for a long, long time. It's looking increasingly like an unwinnable war, but We shall see. 08704 20 20 20, the Human Zoo on TalkSport. I'm Ash. Tommy is here.
A mobile phone is a mobile phone is a mobile phone.
Tommy Boyds, Human Zoo.
Yeah. It's 08704 20 20 20. Line 2, good evening, Line 2. Welcome to the Human Zoo. Who's this?
I didn't lie, Henman, I said. I promise I didn't. And I wasn't trying to cheat. Captain Mallet says you were doing both, the Dickens said. Are you calling Captain Mallet a liar? No, Henman. Oh, no, Henman. I wouldn't if I were you. I had broken my nib, Henman, and I was asking Salmon if she could lend me another. That's not what Captain Mallet says. He says you are asking for help with your essay. Oh, no, sir, I wasn't, but you love Gigi Salmon.
A fine woman, and lost to us now, lost of a nation. Or is she?
I think so, yeah.
What's the latest there?
I don't know what happened.
Comings and goings of broadcasting folk.
You know, she was just drifted in and out.
Fantastic name, though.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't make it up.
Gigi.
Somebody did. Gigi's a beautiful name. Fifi's a lovely name as well.
Yeah, Fifi and Gigi.
Line 3, good evening, Line 3. Welcome to the Human Zoo. Who's this?
On 10:89 and 10:53 a.m. The afternoon sports zone with Richard Kaufman on TalkSport.
And Hawkesbury and Jacobs, I'm sure, standing by right now. If you want to get down and join them, you can this afternoon, because they're at Huxter's Bar, Northumberland Road in Newcastle, between 4 and 7 today. The show coming from there. They have, amongst the guests, visitor Simon Donald, broadcaster and huge Newcastle fan Kevin Miles. Of course, all the big build-up to that match tonight. England-Albania. Football first tonight with Adrian Durham between 7
good show,
the
this
match. Bronson James
It's a top show.
with Alan Parry and Alvin Martin. And
It's sexy. It's sexy.
you mustn't forget, of course,
Yeah, it is. It's a very sexy show.
discussing that match shortly.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because people have picked up on a few things. I mean, Dickon is out there.
Dickon.
And now
Richard
Kaufman.
It's amazing, isn't it? Well,
Yeah.
why? What is it that attracts them to it?
It's interesting people don't go hunting your whale
Yeah.
on the zoo.
No, they don't, do they?
A little bit, you know, Brazil and Parry, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But it's Dickon, isn't it, really?
Dickon gets.
Gone for Dickon big time.
They love Mike Dickon.
Because he's got 3 phrases that they've gone for.
Yeah. He's got some good catchphrases.
Have you got a catchphrase, apart from processors?
Processors.
Fish.
Fish.
Beautiful.
I did have one now. I've lost that. No, I'll come back to you on that.
Okay, all right, give it some thought.
Yeah.
Let's run down the switchboard. Line 6, first of all. Good evening, Line 6. Line 5, you're on the Human Zoo. Who's this?
You love Jane.
James Whale. Line 4, good evening.
You have no friends.
And Line 3. Hi, Line 3, you're on.
Hello?
Hello there.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. Who's...
I'm on the radio.
You're on the radio.
Right, I've just come back from Forest.
Aye,
Forest.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cooper from Failsworth, Mitch from Swinton, Pop from Swinton, and Darley from Salford.
For that.
Yes, I've lost the end of
Thank you for that.
Maybe
Yeah.
there was some trouble there.
There was some trouble at the match, and the chap was just commenting on it.
It was 1-1, Nottingham Forest 1, Man City 1.
But there was obviously some kind of an incident, and so we'll move through that. But thankfully, we didn't broadcast the precise nature of the gentleman's sentiments, which is for his protection.
Yeah.
Rather than anybody else's, I think. Oh dear. Line 2. Good evening, Line 2. You're on the Human Zoo.
Right. What's it to be then? Knockout whist. Oh, knockout whist? I think not, Doc. Let's have a round of Slippery Jack. Excellent, sir, excellent.
I'm afraid I don't know how to play that one.
You don't know Slippery Jack, Doc? Doc doesn't know Slippery Jack, mate. You know Slippery Jack, Doc. All right, let's have a round of 40-card drag.
40-card drag, is that the one that's a bit like poker?
Don't you know any card games, Doc?
Yes, whist, knockout whist, rummy, pontoon.
No, come on, let's have a game of go, Johnny, go, 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 go.
Fine idea.
I'll just go through these. Look, I don't know how to play that one either. Oh, everyone knows go, Johnny, go, 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 go. I don't. You do. It's like a cross between Hoover and 8 Men Down. Actually, those I said. It's all right. We'll just have to explain the rules to you then, Doc.
It's very simple.
Jacks are worth 10, kings are worth 3.
Apart from one-eyed jacks, which are wild cards.
Yeah, but we'll come to those in a minute.
Round 1, you get a hand of 9. Round 2, a hand of 7.
Now, two's a wild card.
We'll come to those in a moment.
Apart from diamonds, which retain their face value.
Except the king of diamonds, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. We play in sequence unless you can match a pair or play a card in ascending or descending order.
If you can, that's a go, Johnny, go, 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 go.
You stand up, pull the card to the table, shout, go, Johnny, go, 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 go!
The winner is the man with the most tricks after 15 hands.
You'll pick up the rest as we play. Shall we say pound around?
I'm not really sure how to start.
Well, just put a card on the table.
Come on.
Hurry up, Doc! A 3? You can't lead with a 3.
This is go, Johnny, go, 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 go. Not Babble, I'm a fizz badge. Sorry.
This is true, because card games are rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah.
You ever played card games?
Yeah. Rubbish.
When I was at college, 3 guys decided they'd teach me how to play bridge, and it was awful. Because every time I did anything, they'd go, God, you're very new to this, aren't you? And I would say, yeah, well, you're teaching me. They go, yeah, but that's a very bad card to call.
So it reminded me about our chat about football for some reason, about changing the rules.
Oh, yeah.
It was, the wild card, the Joker, playing the Joker.
Well, your theory is that a goalkeeper, if he scores...
Yeah. It should count as 2 goals.
And we both like that idea.
Because it would add excitement. It would bring the keeper out, and he'd have to have a new skill, being good in the air and stuff, and come out and be able to play, and it would add excitement.
Because it drew him into the outfield, then obviously it was on for a long shot.
Yeah, they've got a chance.
So would you then position a sweeper, say, back towards the penalty area?
I mean, yeah, you'd put a you'd have one at the back of the centre circle.
Yeah.
You'd have one
so that if they tried to knock it long into the goal, when the keeper was up trying to score 2 with 1 goal.
I mean, he could shoot. If the keeper had it, he could do a goal kick and score.
And we talked it through, because sometimes you get goals and it's not clear who's scored.
Yeah.
But if the goalkeeper is the last person on the attacking team to touch the ball, even if it goes in off a defender... Then 2 goals.
It's 2 goals. And also, what was the one you?
Well, then we came up with the idea. I came up with the idea of a joker.
Playing a joker on one of the players.
Any player you pick
in the defence,
if he scores
a defender,
2 goals. Yeah. But it could be anybody. So even if it's Michael Owen.
Oh, yeah, but then you're obviously going to play your joker.
Well, then
on
you
one
double.
of them.
Then you double mark Michael Owen.
No, you have odds on the joker.
What's that?
Well, if you name your joker as. One of the defenders, you get 2 goals, whereas you'll get, maybe 1.5 for a, Owen, if you played it on him.
But then we moved on to the accessories in football, didn't we? Because you were saying that you like to bring back the tape.
I think the tape is long missed. The tape on the crossbar rather than the actual crossbar. And the posts, another one we came up with, the posts should be wider.
Well, that was a bunch of Americans came over this country in the 70s to look into football and try and turn it into a game the Americans would like. And apparently after the game, they said to the FA guy who'd shown them the match, one of them said, I think you should make those pieces of wood wider. And the guy said, well, why? What's your thinking there? He said, well, I just noticed that the crowd get very excited and happy when the ball hits those pieces of wood. So he suggested 3-foot wide goalposts. But it would work.
It's often more satisfying for a striker to hit the woodwork than it is for it to go into the goal. It's such a satisfying sound.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the thud of the ball against the wood or the metal. 08704 20 20 20. It's the Human Zoo on TalkSport. We take calls without screening them. This is line 3.
Ash, you've forgotten you broke it.
I never broke it.
You broke it, Ash.
I never broke it.
You broke the vase, Ash.
Wasn't me.
And line 4. Thank you, line 3. Line 4, you're on.
Oh, that's my catchphrase. Yeah, of course. That's what he meant. You forgot you didn't broke it.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah. We caught you up in the lay-by.
Thanks, man.
Line 1, you're on the Human Zoo.
What happens if you play the joker from the goalkeeper?
It's a very good question.
You'd get 3 goals.
4.
Or 4.
4? 4, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, 4.
Because football does need tarting up a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the goalkeeper scoring is such an astounding event, isn't it?
Fantastic. People talk about it.
You never forget in your life.
And you get the list of goalkeepers who have scored, Jennings.
Well, Michael Schmeichel, do you know how many goals he scored?
No.
10.
No.
Yeah, in his career, he scored 10 goals.
Fantastic.
That's amazing, isn't it?
08704 20 20 20. And I always think that the offside law needs looking at again, because I always argue, and I say this to referees, and I'm a referee, that the stupid thing about the offside rule is that sometimes you get players are offside and they're down by the touchline and they're 35 yards away from the goal, and there are 4 defenders between them and the goal, but they're offside because they're nearest to the goal line when the ball is played to them.
Yeah.
But, in football, you're not trying to get the ball to the goal line, you're trying to get it into the goal. And since there's no way of having like a fly's vision, which is elliptical, so that you can measure how far a player is away from the goal, then the law is fundamentally flawed offside, and you should just do away with it. But you try saying that to any football fan, they'll go, oh no, you can't do that.
You could have goal hanging.
Because offside is a fundamental thing of football. It's fundamental.
You could have goal hanging then.
Yeah, I like goal. What's wrong with goal hanging? When you play football in the playground at school, which we all did for years, didn't we?
Yeah.
There was no offside, was there?
No, but you used to go, taunt people who were goal hangers, didn't you?
Yeah, but they were usually rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so what? They goal hung. What? You just mark them.
Well, your defenders got to stay there the whole time.
The other stupid thing about the offside rule is that some defenders, right, they exploit this rule in their defending. Now, if you're a footballer, right, and another guy's getting the ball, and you're a defender, your job is to tackle him. That's the nature of football, to tackle him, or to stop him passing, stop him shooting, whatever. But not if you're a defender and you know how to play. Yeah, play the offside. You just take 2 paces forward, put an arm up in the air. That is, that's making a mockery of the rule. I saw Frank Leboeuf play. Do you remember him? Chelsea?
Yeah.
He was brilliant.
Yeah.
He caught this centre forward offside in the first 10 minutes, and then he spent the rest of the game taunting the player by doing dummy offside runs. So this guy's trying to concentrate on scoring goals, which is what we pay our money to see. And every time the other team had the ball, Frank Leboeuf would catch his eye and just do a little dummy run forward. And then the centre forward had to concentrate on coming back behind Frank Leboeuf, by which time, he'd lost sort of track of the play that was supposed to be leading up to him.
Well, it's getting the ball. It's bluffing, isn't it?
It is, but, it's not football. The offside rule is not football. No wonder the Americans think it's, not quite there. It's not quite there. That's my view.
It is beautiful, though.
That's a beautiful game. 08704 20 20 20. The Human Zoo on TalkSport, taking calls live, unscreened, and entirely at random. I'm Tommy Boyd.
Tommy, you're rubbish.
Thank you. Ash is here.
Hey, you're not doing a link.
TalkSport Singles Connection. Single phone call. Single list of people you'd get along with. Single number. 0870 243 6907. Calls charged at national rates.
On 1089 and 1053 AM. TalkSport. Tommy Boyds, Human Zoo.
What if the world is just a big disappointment?
Ask not what your radio station can do for you. Ask what you can do for your radio station.
Quite a few people have been emailing me asking for the address so that they can send in MP3s of bits of audio that they'd like to play, and that system is not in place at the moment, so hang on to your bits of audio. You can always send them, as a mini disc or as a cassette or whatever, to TalkSport, PO Box 1089, London SE1 8WQ. I'll repeat that address in just a couple of minutes. But your best bet is to keep your powder dry. We'll soon have that system back up and running, so you can MP3 them straight through as an email attachment. Let's go to line 1. Hi, line 1, you're on the Human Zoo.
I saw Osama bin Laden when I was high. Oh.
And line 2. Good evening, line 2.
Tommy, you know you're impressed that we can make what Colin jump in front of the rest. Tommy.
Thank you for that. And line 3. Good evening, line 3. You're on the Human Zoo.
Tommy?
Hey.
All right, mate.
Hello, fella.
I've got a horse for you, mate. Follow all season.
Okay.
All right.
Jumps, is this?
It's over the sticks.
Over the sticks.
Yeah.
Come on then.
It's a maiden hurdles in 2 miles. Going to run all season.
Yes.
And the name of it is Midland Flame.
And it is trained by...
Henrietta Knight.
She's wonderful, isn't she?
She's brilliant.
Was it out today?
It was out today and it won. It was only 11 to 8.
What a handsome horse.
It is. It's a good horse.
Funny thing was, they posted it at about 10 to 11, didn't they?
Yeah, so it was odds on, I think.
Yeah.
But it won at 11 to 8 at Wincanton.
What a handsome animal. Were you watching?
I wasn't watching, no. I was listening to it on the net.
I was watching.
Was you?
That was a beautiful horse.
It won well, didn't it?
Oh, very well.
Good.
Pinged it. I mean, it was an armchair job for...
Jim Colotti.
Colotti. Armchair job.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the name again?
Midland Flame.
Midland Flame.
Yeah, that's the horse this season. And the team to follow this season is the Villa, mate.
They're going down. I'm sorry.
No, mate.
It's October.
Another couple of players, and they won't be far off at the end of it.
Yeah, but they're bleeding players already. The boy Barry's off.
No, I don't think he will.
He's off.
There's obviously something's happened with John Gregory there.
He said he's off. This is the trouble with the Villa, and that's why they're going down.
Well, the trouble is obviously the chairman.
It's the dressing room upheavals.
Yeah, it's all
Look
down.
at the players you've lost.
Oh, I know we've lost some good... Well, if we lose Barry, that'll be, 3 England centre-halves in the last 2 years,
There's a limit to the number of 38-year-old players you can buy. And that seems to be who you like. Be honest.
No, we'll be all right, mate.
You got off to a flyer with the Intertoto, I grant you.
Yeah, Europe was a good thing for us to get knocked out of, I think.
Yeah, and you've been playing all the losers up till now.
No,
Yes, you have.
We haven't. We beat Liverpool
and the
away.
rubbish you've been playing.
We should have beaten that horrible mob that comes to Villa, apart from Alpay scored an own goal in the 93rd minute.
You caught Liverpool on a bad day, and apart from that, you've been playing relegation strugglers. Be honest.
What, Man United at home? Relegation strugglers?
What was the score there?
1 each.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what I was just saying. Alpay scored an own goal in the 93rd minute.
Yeah, but you're playing bottom of the table rubbish largely. You've had a very easy start to the season.
No.
And you hit the ground running because of the Intertoto.
No, everybody was telling me that Gregory would have been gone by October.
You're going down.
No,
You are going down. Look who else
What odds would you give me on that then?
That you're going down?
Yeah.
Well, I'm an expert on relegation. I like relegation. It fascinates me.
Who's your mob? Portsmouth?
Pompey.
Yeah.
And Fulham. I used to be Fulham, but now I'm Pompey because I live round the corner from them, and it's important to do that. And they're not going down, but they're not going up.
Where do you reckon we'll end up at the end of the season then?
The Villa?
Yeah.
Bottom third. You laugh. You call me in May.
Oh, I will.
I'm serious.
I certainly will.
I know my stuff. Look who else has been top this season. Bolton?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's going to happen to them?
I don't know. They played quite well yesterday.
What's going to happen to them?
I would probably think I don't think they'll get relegated.
They're going down.
No.
Everton? They were top? Everton were top?
Yeah.
What's going to happen to them?
Probably bottom third again.
They're going down.
No, I don't think so, mate.
You call me in May.
I think the bottom 3 that are there now won't change much, I don't think.
Well, I think you will, actually, because I think Bolton will be down there.
Yeah?
I think West Ham, because they're turning it round.
Yeah, they're not. Well, I'm glad that they've got off Broder's back, but...
Yeah.
But there you go.
I'm not sure about Southampton. Leicester, I think, will probably, No,
they'll go.
They'll get a few results.
They'll go, I think.
They'll grind out a few results.
Yeah, but
your boys, once you start playing those solid middle-of-the-table teams week in, week out, and, the dressing room unrest begins to bite again, they'll be off. They'll be off to Middlesbrough.
No.
They love going to places like Middlesbrough, your players. Don't they, eh? Aren't they ambitious?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to play for England. I'm going to go and join Middlesbrough.
Exactly, that was... with Southgate, he was a good player. If he'd have gone to somebody like Arsenal or Liverpool, fair enough. But
where does the boy Barry think he's going to go then to get back in the England squad?
Well,
Middlesbrough.
They reckon he's on about going to top. Well, Tottenham was the team, but they reckon. But I don't think they'll sell him anyway.
Thanks for your call.
Cheers, mate.
Nice talking to you.
Cheers, mate.
Nice man. 08704 20 20 20. It's the Human Zoo on TalkSport. We take calls without screening them, so through you come, and whatever you want to say, off you go. Line 1, good evening, line 1.
When bodies chanting shrink and faces go and think, walk away, walk away, walk away. Zach Bolger, yours truly.
Thank you for that. Line 2, good evening, your turn.
Tommy, Wrexham boy here, got a question for you.
Shoot.
Okay, please spell silk for me.
Silk?
Yeah.
S-I-L-K.
Okay, what do cows drink?
What do cows drink?
Yes.
What do cows drink? Mm-hmm. I don't think they drink anything except water, as far as I know.
You've got it, that's it. It's just then most people normally answer milk.
Do they?
They do.
Do they? But they do when they're little.
That's right, yeah.
If they answer milk, you can't fight it, can you, really?
Anyway, thanks very much, Tommy.
Sure, fella.
Okay, bye now.
Yeah, bye now. 08704 20 20 20.
Cows also drink Advocaat in certain regions.
Morning's Advocaat.
Exactly.
You don't get that advert anymore. And you don't get Timex. No, what was a Christmas Timex ad?
Timex.
No, there used to be a Christmas Timex ad.
Yeah, where did that go?
Have you seen your first Christmas ad yet? No, I haven't. No. But there's wrapping paper at the end of the aisles in supermarkets now, so they're starting to get us going. I love Christmas.
Yeah. I've been playing our Christmas is Coming jingle.
Dum-de-dum with Christmas Timex, ticka-ticka Timex, tra-la-la, la-la-la with Christmas Timex, ticka-ticka Timex. And everyone hoped for a watch at Christmas.
Well, we all do, don't we? We
How's
all
your
live in
watch?
hope.
Do you wear a watch ever?
Not very, very rarely, but
I know.
I do have one.
What's it like?
Well, I've got two. I've got like a Swatch.
Yeah.
And I've got like a gold one. A gold, with a gold, one of them expandable.
Yeah, for weddings.
Well, no, just
looking posh.
No, not really. Just my normal. But I don't.
Did you
wear
buy it or was it a prezi?
It was a present.
Very nice.
But yeah, it's all right. Used to have quite a few watches. When you're a kid. Watches are good. Back in my day, it was when all these Casio ones were out that all did things.
They make you look important. A decent watch.
Yeah, well,
or at least we think they make us look important. It's different for women. But for men, a good solid watch with a chronograph thing, so that you can actually time things down to 250. Yeah. 1/250th second third of a second. Fantastic.
And it's got to be able to stand water pressure up to 300 metres, because you never know.
You could dive down to the bottom of the Pacific Basin with your watch. And
swimming with the penguins.
In a minute.
And the cuttlefish.
It's going to be time for the news.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All right. No. That was conversational, not a programme plug. Line 6, you're on the Human Zoo. Hi.
And I think we can go to commentary. Annie Jonas here. They're away in the Vodafone answer phone message dash, and it's after the tone showing the early pace. He's being followed by I'm sorry, I can't take the call follows him. I'll get back to you. And after the tone is now at the tail of the field. They've covered the first 15 seconds, and it's I'm sorry, I can't take the call follows him. Leave your name and number now starting to get into it as they flash past the 30-second marker. They've got 15 seconds left to go. And I can't take the call now shows in front after the tone comes next. Leave your name and number putting in a late charge. They've got 5 seconds left to go. Oh, they've gone past together. But I think you'll find it's I'm sorry I can't take the call. Leave your name and number after the tone and I'll get back to you.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
The last message I left on my answer phone machine went, hi, Tommy here. And then I stopped. Because I was interested in thinking about what I just said.
Yeah.
And then I just went, dirty, dirty, dir.
Oh, really? I've got a message like that.
And then I went out, and loads of people left a message. But nobody said, what a strange, stupid message. Tommy. Shut up.
We're talking.
Because you don't actually bother to listen to the message. That was a very good call, that guy.
Wait, nobody cares, but you have to...
Yeah,
I do, actually.
I actually have done exactly the same thing. I went, hi, Ash here, blah-de-blah-de blah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Answer phone, leave a message.
Blah.
As if people... Because you do sometimes ring people, and it's not usually like people who are clued up, it's people's parents.
Yeah.
And you get this, don't you? You get, hello, this is Ricelip 71964. No one can come to the phone at the moment, but if you leave a message with your name and telephone number, then either Joy or Peter will call you on their return. Or you can call Joy on her mobile phone, which is 07791, and it goes on like that. Or you can contact Peter at work either by calling his switchboard, which is and on it goes.
Yeah, and then
by the end of the message, and
not only that, it ends. She ends, and there's about 4 seconds of dead air before it.
You just don't need a message any longer, do you?
Nah.
You know you're through. You just go answer phone. Some people leave good messages on the answer phone. Very, very good ones.
Yeah.
They refer back to your message.
What do you mean?
Well, they go, that was a silly message, or something. I like them.
Oh, right, yeah. Referring to your message.
Yeah. 08704 20 20 20. That was a very good call by that geezer. Let's go to line 1. Hi, line 1, you're on the Human Zoo.
At the moment, face on back. Beep.
Yeah. And line 2. Hi, your turn.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Give me an F.
No, I'm cautious.
Oh.
When it starts with F. You have to be careful.
Chant last week.
Oh, Fulham.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Give me an F.
F.
Give me a U.
No, can I just say something? You're not doing it right.
Yeah.
Oh. FUDK.
Shall I? Yeah, thank you.
Oh my God.
I'll leave it in. There's a guy like that goes, give us an F.
F.
Give us a U.
U.
Give us an L.
L.
Give us an H.
H.
Give us an A.
A.
Give us an M.
M.
What do you got?
Fulham.
That went. You don't get that one anymore, do you? Thank God.
Not down the Villa, you don't.
No. What was the oldest chant they do down at the Villa? Because at Pompey they still do play up Pompey, Pompey play up, which is so sort of 40s and flat cap and roll your own fags and how are we doing in the war?
Well, I don't know really. I mean, I don't know what the oldest chant. They still sing the old songs with the old players in.
Like what?
They sing like Spinky and Birchie, Al McAnally. They still sing, and none of them are there anymore.
No, why is that?
They're not even ancient old players. They're sort of like from.
Yeah.
But it's quite nice because it's a good song, I suppose.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of nostalgia involved. At Fulham, long after it was, it was over, they used to sing, I. What was that song anyway? I. We had a goalkeeper called Macedo. And the world's greatest goalkeeper was a guy called Lev Yashin. This was about 1962, and we were still singing it about 1976. I. Macedo is better than Yashin. Clark is better than Eusebio. And Villa are in for a very outdated phrase, thrashing. But we used to like it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great songs.
Who writes football songs? Who writes them? Who are the guys? Do they sit in the pub and they go, right?
Yeah, some of them do. And
like Lennon and McCartney.
You get a group of lads, don't you, and they come up with the idea and then they try and sing it on the terraces, and if it's easy to remember and catchy,
Arsenal used to have a group of blokes who'd stand right in the middle of the, was it North End, wasn't it? North Bank. And each week they'd have written a song.
Yeah.
And about 2:15, they would do their song, and if the whole of the North Bank liked it, they'd join in and they'd do it again and again throughout the game. And
could you claim PRS payments?
No.
Why not?
Well, why not?
It's in a public place, being
public domain. It's being performed. It's probably on the television.
Yeah.
That is a very good point.
PRS, yeah.
If I was Chris Rea and one of my songs had been nicked as a football chant, it's a thought.
You could charge, Sky or the BBC.
Whatever you want, it's a thought. Isn't it funny when commentators raise their voice because there's a chant going on and they know that it's going to have a rude word in it?
Yeah. Do you know, recently they discovered that John Motson has the best voice. They did this. There's an actual test of speech quality and delivery, and it's all to do with rhythm and range of tone and timbre. Yeah. And John Motson won it.
He won it, yeah, I saw that. But I thought that was just really a nice thing to pat him on the back.
Yeah, it was rubbish, really.
But what I like is, chants that go things like, and we all know at home where it's going, so we hear, it's a bad decision, right, or whatever. And so the whole crowd go, The referees are... And at that point, John Watson will go, it's going very well for the Villa, Ron.
Yeah.
Just cover the word, like as if football fans don't know, what that word is.
Well, you hear the most disgusting language in middle afternoon from the players when the microphones are on.
Oh, don't you? And as for lip reading, I mean, every single decision that Graham Poll ever makes is greeted with, FO by
or worse.
They cut to the players and they look at him and they just go, I mean, I don't know how they put up with it. Have you ever reffed a game?
No. No.
I have.
Maybe when I was younger.
I got fed up with it, I'd argue back.
Yeah.
They'd say, they'd say, you're crap, referee. And then I'd wait until they'd done something on the ball, and I'd run past them and I'd say, well, you're crap as well. One of the captains of one of the teams came up, was delegated to come to me at half time and asked me not to do it. Because he said they found it off-putting. Fantastic. 08704 20 20 20. It's the Human Zoo on TalkSport. We take calls live, unscreened, and at random. You can email us talksport.net. Click the button that says email the show. Or if you're with Vodafone, you can message us. 81089 is the number.